Let's talk about them big wangs. You gotta say it just like that for the rest of this episode.
Big wangs?
Big wangs.
Big wangs.
Big wangs. That's right. I don't know what we're gonna talk about though.
When is it appropriate to have them? Who should have them? Who shouldn't have them?
Okay, are you guys sure you guys want to talk about big wangs?
Yes, you have to say it like that.
Oh, okay.
Wangs.
Big wangs.
Like that.
You gotta drag it. You can't not. It's
Big
not funny when you.
wangs. Like that. Heard that?
Okay.
I'm of the opinion that everyone should have one. I don't care if you have a Prius or a Honda CR-V.
That's a load of horseshit.
No, I think everyone
The
should
other
have
day
one.
we saw a car that had one. You were like, that does not belong on that car.
What car?
I think it was a Civic actually.
I
was
think
being
every
off the
car
freeway.
should have a big wang on it.
I don't know. I guess it's preference. I mean, it depends on, are you going for the look? Are you going for the functionality of it? I mean, are you that good that you need that big functionality? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it looks kind of cool, on some cars.
Every time I see one, I laugh because when Fast and Furious came out, it was cool. Then everybody made fun of it, and now people not only make fun of, not only do the big wings, they do the really big wings. So it's like, wait, you were talking shit about that wing fucking 10 years ago, and now you're doing an even bigger wing?
The
Like,
chassis mounted.
what the fuck?
The chassis
But,
mounted.
I mean, some of them look good though. I'm not gonna lie, but the car has to be like wide body. It has to like fit,
I think this is my opinion on big wangs. This is what I think. So I think that if it looks good on your car, as long as your car it flows with your car.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. When all the attention goes straight to the wang, then I think that's when you lost it, and that's just my opinion. So a Honda Civic could have one, Camaro could have one. I haven't seen any Challengers or Chargers with them.
It's because they have sales.
Well, Vipers have them. Shelby's have somewhat of a wing, but
Of a what?
Wang.
There you go.
I think if it flows with your car, it's okay. Whether it's for looks or functionality or whatever reason you have, I think it's okay.
You want to know a funny story? The other day, me and Marley were at a Camaro show, I think it was. And there's this older guy that came up to her. And Marley doesn't have a big wang. She's got a Z28 spoiler. Like a replica spoiler from eBay, right?
Hashtag eBay build.
Anyway, this dude comes up and he legitimately asked her about the aerodynamics of it. Who did the testing? Who did like the wind?
What's the drag?
What's the
What's the
drag?
downforce?
Like numbers and percentages, and me and Marley just look at each other like, what in the world?
I always get old white guys asking me shit that they know I don't know the answer to.
I hope you make shit up.
I should. I need to start making stuff up. Like,
So I think on the wangs is so when you're driving and you're driving behind someone with a wang, and the wang is doing this,
It's flexing.
that means clamp, stop, right? That's one, that means something. Or the trunk of your car is buckling because you're getting that wind and it's doing this, I mean, those are, kind of situations where you're like, maybe you shouldn't have a wang, And then the other thing is, I think with you gotta, once you do it and you step back and look at your car, it's like, oh yeah, that looks good. It's kind of like that girl you see, in the morning that comes to work all fucked up and you're like, did you look in the fucking mirror before you left? It's kind of one of those things. Who told you that you looked good this morning? And I think that's the same thing with the wang. Who told you that wang looks good on your car? And I think that's the main thing, You got to take a census, Because sometimes you think something looks good. In reality, it doesn't.
And then like a few years later, you look back and you're like,
What the fuck was I thinking? It's like going back in your yearbook when you had that hairstyle. You thought you were the coolest motherfucker around. And then you look back at that hairstyle, you're like, what was I thinking? What was I
Why did
thinking?
my mom let me outside?
And I think that's how people are gonna look back at their
Dude,
cars.
can you believe I used to have a flat top? That's fucking funny.
Are you serious?
That's another story.
You should bring it back.
Dude, no.
You should bring back the,
flat top.
we call it a crew cut, you know?
No flat top.
I
No.
had one of those when I was like 12 too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey,
Like
at least it's
the
not-
raised flat top? Like the one that was like this tall?
like-
It was flat?
I don't know what it was. I'm not gonna go ahead and call it an actual flat top, but I don't know why my parents would always like have my haircut where it would go up, straight up, and then flat at the top.
Well, that's your first mistake when you just said you let your parents.
Well,
just
you're
do-
little. You don't have a choice.
You were the original APR splitter or like wing, right? Is that the
Nah.
equivalent?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But anyways.
But I think you should take a vote. I know it's your car, you do what you want with it, but you should get your close friends, family,
Well, that's the thing though.
sisters, kids down the street. Pull a 8-year-old down the street.
No.
Ask them.
No. Close friends and family are gonna lie to you.
That's true.
Okay? You
That's
want to
true.
go to the people that make fun of your car.
Yeah.
Because if you can convince them, or not convince them, but if they can agree that
You should say. That's what's happening. You're convincing yourself and convincing everybody, hey, this shit looks good, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You want some pizza? Yeah.
So, hey, with that being said, let's talk about your wheels.
What wheels?
The blue ones.
Oh, those wheels are freaking badass, dude. I took a vote.
He's convincing everybody.
Yeah.
I like
You took a
this
vote?
wheel.
Yeah, dude, the wheels look good. You know what? Surprisingly, my blue wheels on my Shelby, I haven't really received any negative comments.
Of
So
course, nobody's gonna tell you anything.
why not? They don't know who I am. I mean, there's always somebody, that could say something about those wheels, But the only negative comments I've heard, and I heard this at Fabulous Fords last year, is that they said, oh, those wheels should have been exactly the same color as those stripes. Which, yeah, in a perfect world, yeah, you're right.
Let me guess.
But
Old white guy.
you know what? I can't even remember. I don't even remember. But he's kind of right. But what can you do? Am I gonna remake?
No, like you said, you're in a perfect world.
It's hard. It's hard. Especially with colors. It's always hard to get your colors all to flow and match.
I'm absolutely surprised that these vinyl companies are not capitalizing on the brush texture. Because how cool would it be to get like a blue tinted texture and like
How
stripes?
do we go from wrap the wing to
Sorry,
wrap?
that was
Because
my
that's
fault.
what happens.
That's my fault.
That's just what happens when we talk about cars, Did we reach a consensus on the Wang?
I like it on the trucks.
I think there's only one place.
Have you seen them
What the?
at the end of the truck?
No.
They have like the big loop.
You know
one.
what's funny? I've seen that.
Dodge does that.
Hey,
right?
Dodge does that, and it's OEM.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's on the SRT channel.
But I have seen a couple APRs on like.
You know what I've seen? I've seen the ones that they put on like the cab at the back, like the very back,
Yeah.
like the little.
The little like
boop.
the like duck butt
They
on
do
top
a
of the
duck butt,
cab. Yeah.
Or some kind of whip. They also do it on the beds of the trucks where they do a little.
Oh
I
yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
I take everything back. Have you seen the little miniature ones that people put on their
Oh
cars?
my god.
I love.
Those
I
are the
might,
best.
I might put one on my car.
I might put one on top of the wing that I'm putting on my car.
Yeah.
That's what we should have on there for now. We should just go get a little one.
We should just go get a little one because I'm.
But I think we have an episode in Shift Talking where we talked about trends for 2019. This is one of those trends.
For sure.
What?
The big wangs.
That was last year.
No, I'd say a lot of people, more people are doing
Everybody
it
was
now.
doing chassis
No,
mount.
people.
Everyone was doing chassis mounted, and now they have different kinds.
Well,
like that
last year
APR
it was
stuff
coming
is
out,
super
but
popular.
people were looking back. Last year in 2018, it was like, it's too much. Now it's like, maybe.
You know why? Because the internet.
No, it's a lot of OEM cars are coming out.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
yeah,
the new
yeah.
Mustang, right?
Yeah, the new GT500 is
The-
gonna have that big ass wang.
That's a big wang.
And then
The
some more
Z1
spy shots
Z01,
of
Monolith
this
has
this
one.
Yes, and then some new spy shots of the C8. The mid-engine Corvette just came out, and that thing had like, oh man, that wasn't just a wang.
It was a full-on
And
747.
I think the manufacturer that had probably one of the biggest ones was the ACR Viper. That thing's that's a big ass wang.
You're talking about functional.
And that's functional, yeah.
But you see, like when it, like the even the like Porsches and stuff had it. On
Oh yeah, the GT3s, yeah.
So I think like the Wang game is back. It's time to get a big Wang put on the back of your car, bro. That's what we're secretly here to tell everybody is that Daniel's new spoiler is huge, right? It's massive.
It's actually not that bad.
You can fly with it.
Anyway, tune back in next week when we talk about canards.
Wait. There's only one place they belong. The big Wangs. Alright, let's cut it there.
Wait, let's go back. Let's go back, viewers. Let's go back to that setup. I want you to make a comment on this video, on this last joke that Max had.
Shut up.
And tell me, just say whether it was good or not, so he knows that he's not funny.